Naming schemes, two words which cause so much discussion when we're setting up Atvero for the first time. So everyone's got their own idea of what makes a good naming scheme. People doing small residential projects frequently have very simple naming schemes because they only have a couple of drawings they're issuing. People working on multi-year, multi-stage projects have very complicated naming schemes. So we try to use ISO 19650 as the basis when we're talking to our customers, and that defines a very structured way of organizing your files. It's a very structured way that makes sense to a computer. It's actually very hard for a human to make sense of it. And this is actually one of the founding reasons for Atveros. If you go into a Windows folder and look at a list of 19650 named files, it's actually very hard to discover the file you're looking for. It probably hasn't even got the title in it, hasn't got a description in it. It's just this string of letters and numbers AAZZB532. So Atvero is there to help you. So the first way it does that is by automatically suggesting the correct next name for a document. So if you're creating a drawing and you know that's in a particular zone, a particular functional area, spatial area in a project, it's of a certain type, if it's a 3D model or if it's a 2D drawing, by telling Atvero all that information, Atvero can go away, look at the name scheme that's working for that project that you're working on, and actually create a new properly named file for you. So that's step one. Step two is if you're bringing documents in, Atvero knows the name scheme that you're meant to be using. It will analyze the names of the files and it will tell you this is a valid file name or this is not a valid file name. So if you're creating files outside of Atvero in design tools like Revit or AutoCAD and bringing them across, this is really useful for keeping up the quality of the information inside of your project. Also, if you're receiving or sending documents out, if Atvero is generating those document names for you and checking the correctness of them, you know as you're issuing stuff out, it's matching the standard for the project. And you're not going to get pushback from your contractor, from the people you're working with saying these documents are named the wrong way. So that's one side, creating the file names, making them helpful, understandable. The other side is that actually there's an awful lot of information encoded into that file name. So as they come into the system, Atvero will look inside and say, okay, well, I can see this where this functional area is, where this spatial area is for this drawing, which what sort of drawing it is. So now when you come back and try to find that document in the future, just using that tagging will let you straight away find, oh, let me find all the 3D models, let me find all the 2D models related to level 01 of this project. So by embracing naming schemes, by using something perhaps a little more complicated than you're used to, but which is a global standard, Atvero will help you name your documents better, name your drawings better, and help you find them in the future.